Welcome back to Daytime. Now, since 2002, Word Made Flesh Productions has set out to inspire the community with their unique theater productions. Here to tell us more is actually the creative director, Tristan Barracks. Welcome to the show, Tristan.
Hey, how are you guys doing?
Very excited to have you on.
Yes, I'm excited to be on.
So tell us about this really unique production company and how it got started here.
Well, Word Made Flesh Productions started in 2002, like you said before. What inspired me to do this was I didn't go to a classical school to learn how to be an actor or be a mimer. I actually learned in my church, my local church, and I did a lot of community work. And what inspired me to really start the group was after I graduated, I didn't really know where I fit in into society, into adulthood, and it was a great way to kind of connect other creative cats together to just really inspire and just invoke some sort of caring and responsibility in our communities.
And so do you have that thought process when you're putting on these productions?
For sure. A big part of who I am is my Christian faith. And even though I don't try and impose that on somebody else, I do feel like being able to be a positive influence in your community is a part of my faith and is part of who I am. And that's what really inspires me. To mime and to do creative comedy and sketch comedy and write things that are real, that can connect to different audiences from different backgrounds.
Wow. So you've been around, like we said, since 2002. Yeah. What has it been like reaching out to the community with your faith?
It's been trial and error, right? Like anything else, you have your growing pains. I think the biggest thing is that, or the biggest opportunity I think that's there in our communities is just the fact that you just need to engage them. I think, especially with our youth are looking for ways to plug in. Not everybody's going to be, a rap star. Not everybody's going to be a basketball player. Not everybody's going to be, necessarily a mathlete, if you want to call it. And there's nothing wrong with that either.
Yeah.
But there's a place for creative individuals that see things a little bit differently, like myself. I felt like the arts really saved my life. I wasn't a bad kid, but I didn't really know what I was good at. And I didn't really have a great self-esteem and self-worth. And when I found the arts, it totally changed my life.
What was it about the arts that sort of called itself out to you?
Well, as you can see, I'm a pretty boisterous person. I remember one of my leaders in my church just said, "Okay, you're gonna go and audition for this play." And I was like, "Audition? I don't do plays. I mean, I just make trouble." And I wanted to, be all this, do this holier than thou thing and be the Jesus character, and I ended up being the enemy. The very mischievous,
Funny how that
I'm going to kill you type of character, right? But what it really did for me was it really showed me what was inside of me. And I think the biggest thing about, again, reaching out to the community is that in a lot of troubled communities, nobody has ever taken the time to really show people what's inside of them. And I think the arts and what we do with Word Made Flesh Productions is we really show people what's inside of you. What's your potential? You can be more than what you think you can be.
Sure.
I like that. It's a great message. Now, we've actually had a lot of artists come onto the program in the past few weeks to celebrate Black History Month. How is Word Made Flesh Productions actually celebrating Black History Month?
Well, what we try and do is we try and not just celebrate Black History Month in February, but really try and be great Black examples all year round. And that's really the way we celebrate Black history. Not to say that there isn't anything wrong with celebrating Black History Month. I think it's a great idea. I think you should engage the community that way. But I really think that it's even more important to be continuous in that. Let February be an overflow of what we're doing all year round. So whether it's doing workshops, free workshops for the community. We actually, in November of this year, we're going to be doing a event called New Renaissance, which is a full arts weekend where we actually train. We go to different communities like Jane and Finch and different parts of the GTA, and we actually engage the community through the arts, free education, and then after we have a showcase. So things like that are things that I think we can do beyond February.
And what's the reception like when you're continuously expressing these messages throughout the entire year?
It's I think it's very positive, and it's something that is very near and dear to me, because I think it's the grassroots. It's building culture on a continuous and a long sort of journey, instead of just kind of doing a one-off. And again, you know what? I really do believe that everybody is meant to do something, but I think for Word Made Flesh, we're really meant to build culture and build it in a positive way and send out a positive message for our communities.
It sounds like Word Made Flesh is really picking up some momentum right now, which is great. But have you experienced any challenges since 2002 and its inception?
Oh, for sure. You know, I think one of the biggest challenges is that when I started the group, I was the only group. I was the member,
was just
basically.
you.
Yeah. So for
One-man show.
Yeah, pretty much. Hey, so we're doing all the show and dance tunes, right? And I think the biggest challenge there was just really getting over the fact that I needed to get other people to start something. I think a lot of people think that they have to wait for this big giant explosion to happen for you to be the change. But no, if you just walk in the path that is placed before you, be responsible, be respectful, connect with those that came before us and those that are coming after us, I think you already started that movement. I always say that Word Made Flesh is a movement. It's not just a thing that we just do. It's something, it's who we are.
Absolutely. Tristan, I want to thank you so much for being here.